What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Melee all day. And what I want to do is I want to talk to you tonight about karma. Is karma real? Or is it just a coincidence? Or is it God unleashing upon you? That's right. Or is it God unleashing upon you the wrath of that of which you unleash on other people? Is it payback? Is it a coincidence? Because you hear karma and some people get it, some people don't, and something bad's going to happen to everyone. Everybody can't have sunny days. So is karma real? Or is it just, something that was going to happen to you and then something ain't got nothing to do with nothing else, and people say, oh, see, that's his karma. Well, I got to tell about karma, and I want to share it with you. There was a girl, we'll call her Jody. And Jody was a rotten, no good, scandalous little girl. She was into drugs. She was into ripping people off and stealing and lying. She was a hater. If she had girlfriends that had good boyfriends, she'd try to come between them and try to talk them into hoeing. And Jody was just rotten, y'all. Excuse me. Jody was just rotten. And Jody was a white girl, and she dated brothers. And see, what Jody would do was she would find a brother that wasn't too good looking, and he would be grimy. Thug life, you know what I'm saying? Like, thug life. And that's the type of brother she really liked. And because she was a white girl and she looked okay, the brothers that she fooled with, they was going hard for her. And she was going just as hard for them. If she got a job at Beer Arena. After working there for a while and developing a trust with management, they put her on a night shift. It wasn't even a week. Beer Arena got robbed. They cleaned them out for everything. Salute. What's up, Carlos? Ratchy G's. Okay. I don't know if you're joking or not, but Beer Arena got robbed. She would go and she would find the little white dude that, had ties to the hood and might be selling weed, and go over his house and get him naked and have the text already. She reach in her purse and send it out, let him know, come on in, the door's open, all that. Rob him, clean him out. She upstairs in the bed with him, and the fellas is downstairs cleaning him out. Jody was rotten, man. Well, Jody ended up going to jail and crying the blues, and she got out. She wanted to change her life. So she got a white dude. And he was a hard-working dude. He had his own painting business. And he was a good dude, man. He was a good dude. And Jody liked crack. So Jody ended up getting the painter dude on crack. You know what I mean? And she talked him into bleeding the business dry. And there was this one dude, man, she dated. And she always loved him, but he didn't care about her. So she would do anything for him. You know what I mean? She would do anything for him. She would get a job and let him rob the job. She would sleep with whoever he put her on to rob them, tie him up. Jody was an awful person, man. Well, Jody got with this other dude. And after a while, Jody, she was into, I love you, baby. And she get the dude's name tattooed on her. Rumor had it she even had the one dude's name tattooed above her kitty cat. Now, when you dating somebody else, because that's over, she got to have old nasty, hairy, pissy smelling Bush to hide the tattoo. Well, eventually, Jody's name turned to mud and she couldn't get anybody to claim her. So Jody was just out there. She was smoking, she was getting high, but she was like a seasoned vet. She knew how to lick a nigga. She knew how to jack a nigga. She knew how to set a motherfucker up. So Jody lived on the outskirts. So she started fucking with some city niggas, you know what I mean? And they didn't know her. Jody would go to the crack house and, she would make a motherfucker money, but they didn't know she was getting it in. So the dude gave her like 2 ounces. Jody decided to get high. Well, with the tweaking and the geeking, she needed a place to get high. So she went to some dude's house. We'll call him Poison. She went to Poison's house. Over a 2 or 3 day span, her and Poison smoked up all the shit. Well, when the brother came back for his bread, Jody told him, Poison robbed me. So the dude wasn't about no games. The dude said, all right, I don't believe you. I heard some shit about you, but we're going to find out the real deal. So I want you to go to Poison's house. And when he's there and everything's right, call me and I'm going to come through. So Jody went to Poison's, got there and called the dude up. Dude came through. When he got there, Jody said, I told you he robbed me. Dude was like, man, ain't nobody robbed you. What you talking about, bitch? You better go ahead with that. And smacked her. Well, by him smacking her, I guess that made the dude feel like, yo, she kept it 100. You know what I mean? She kept it 100. She said it right in front of him, nigga, you robbed me. So the dude shot him 7 times. Now, Poison was probably about 39, 40 when he got shot. Poison used to be a bad motherfucker, man. Poison was that dude in the hood. Everybody probably know this dude. He's a nigga, but when you looked at him, like, he go fishing, He ride quads. He hang with white dudes. And the only time you really seen, besides coming home from jail, is when he's leaving the hood or coming back. He's always going somewhere. He's never chilling in the hood. He's always going somewhere with somebody crazy, doing some crazy white boy shit. But he will fuck you the fuck up. He had robbed motherfuckers. There's tales of him diving out of 2-story windows to get away from the cops and shit like that. Poison wasn't no motherfucking good guy. Well, when Poison got shot 7 times, one of the bullets nicked his spine. And Poison ended up in a wheelchair. He's alive to this day, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. Poison ain't beating nobody up. He ain't robbing nobody no more. He ain't doing none of that. I don't know if he still get high. I don't know what's changed about him. But as word spread around what happened, niggas was like, man, that's fucked up, man. Well, the police got involved. And the dude that shot Poison, he ended up saying, fuck it, man. He got word of what happened. This bitch set me the fuck up. She robbed me. She set me up to kill this motherfucker. And she tried to take me out by telling the cops who shot me. Because Poison didn't know who the dude was. Jody cut a deal. She had the police thinking she had nothing to do with it. So the dude was like, fuck that. He told him what happened. Jody got sent away for 3 years. She should have got more than that, but she did. She got sent away for 3 years. She did about 18 months. Jody came home and she was clean. She gained a bunch of weight and she was talking that fresh out of jail talk. She went and got a job. She was working at Denny's. She tried to clean herself up, but it didn't take long. Now, when Jody went to jail, the opioid epidemic hadn't started. It started while she was in prison. And when she came home, you know, her crowd, her old friends, the old junkies she ran with, you know, some moved away, filtered off. Some got clean, stayed clean. And some switched up their drug of choice because some people just like to be high. It don't really matter. They just want to feel something. And the pill game was popping. And that's what Jody got in. She started doing pills and all that. And she got hooked on opioids. Well, like most people that got hooked on the pills, when the doctor cut you off because you got other drugs in your system, or when you go to the doctor's appointment, he asks you drop a urine, you don't have any pills in your system because you've been selling them all. So Jody found her way to heroin and fentanyl. Now, mind you, she had Poison shot up 7 times and put in a wheelchair for the rest of his life at the age of 39, 40, 41, somewhere in there. And Jody decided she was going to purchase some heroin. Well, she ended up getting some fentanyl. And she snorted the fentanyl like it was heroin. And she passed out. And her mother found her. So when her mother found her, she called 911. They came, you know, she was passed out. They came, they hit her with the Narcan. She woke up and they took her to the hospital, rushed her to the hospital. Well, being that she was out so long, the brain can only survive so long without oxygen. And they say after around anywhere from 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes, that's a critical point. Anything longer than 4 minutes without oxygen, your brain suffers brain damage to the point where you either die or, you in a vegetative state like DMX. Whoever found DMX, he hadn't been out too long because he's breathing on his own now. And I hope what happened to Jody doesn't happen to DMX. Jody was out maybe 5 minutes and she suffered severe brain damage. But this is how, when you think, this is karma right here. Poison's in a wheelchair. He would never walk again. And it's because of Jody. Poison, he did it to himself because he done a lot of things and maybe that was his karma. But that damn Jody, they hit her with the Narcan. She came back. They worked on her. She was in intensive care. Well, guess what happened? Jody, when they brought her back, she's alert, she's awake, and she knows what's going on. But it went too long. She can't move. She can't talk. She can't do nothing. She can open her mouth. She knows to eat. They ask her questions and she blinks and, they're like, do you know what's going on? That's, she knows everything that's going on. And she can't even reach up and scratch her nose. Jody has been like this for about 5 years now. Her hand, let's see. Her hand is like this. It's like a fist. And the atrophy, like they will have to break her fingers to get her hand out. Like, it's really tough. And they got to cut her, they try to keep her fingernails cut because they grow into her hand. They, when it first happened, they just didn't catch it. Like fingernails were growing into her hand. She can't wash up. She can't say my nose itches. She can't get high. She can't talk. And every day she lays in that bed, man. And people come to visit her. I know this one girl that goes visit her. They was best friends. And she's telling me like, yeah, man, it's so sad, man. You go see Jody. Be like, what's up, Jody? She starts crying. She can't go nowhere. She ain't going to movies. She can't say what she want to eat. She don't do nothing but lay there and cry. Can you imagine? Have your mind and your body be your prison. She can't go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom, but she can't physically go. She ain't wiping herself. She ain't nothing. Jody's probably, 43 years old now, 42, 43. No, maybe a little older, 44, 43. She's younger than me, but she's not on any breathing machines. She's not in jeopardy of, like if she get pneumonia, she could die. People that are paralyzed from the neck down, if they get pneumonia, their lungs work, but it's tough because the body doesn't, you get pneumonia. If you're paralyzed, that could kill you. Your body doesn't, your chest doesn't expand as much. The muscles, everything just doesn't work like it should. And pneumonia kills a lot of people paralyzed from the neck down. But she's not like paralyzed like her spine was severed. She's paralyzed from her mind being blacked out and not getting oxygen, and her body does not work. But every day she wakes up and she knows, I'm not moving today. My body is my prison. And that's karma. She put a man in a wheelchair. She robbed stores. She introduced people to crack to support her habit. She ruined lives. She broke up marriages. She did so much stuff, man, that it's like karma, God, whatever that dynamic is, it said, you know what? Had enough of you. You're going to reap what you sow. You're going to give you a taste of your medicine. And now she's paralyzed. She's in that bed, can't move, in a nursing home. Her mom comes to visit her. Her dad never liked her. He hated her. All she wanted to do was run with niggers and get high. So her dad just, she was dead to him. And she's stuck in the bed. Can you imagine that every day? You go to bed, man. Like going to bed is the escape. When you go to sleep, you can dream and you can move, that's the escape. But when she wakes up, she's back in prison. She lays in that bed, doesn't move. They rotate her and turn her. They say she got a mattress, like it's this thing, they hit the button and it swells up with air, and so it kind of like lifts her up. So because of the bed sores she gets, she got a diaper on. Somebody has to come in there, male nurses, female nurses, and wipe her. And I believe it's all because of karma. She put her brother in a wheelchair, man, because she wanted to smoke crack. And now she's not in the wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair. He can at least move his arms and move around and talk, say what he want to eat. Tell somebody, my foot's itching, scratching for me. Maybe he don't feel that. I don't know. But because my back's itching, put my socks on, something. He can do something. I wonder if you're paralyzed and you take a Viagra, does that work? You think so? I wonder that. Somebody find that out for me. If you're paralyzed from the neck down, can you still have sex? Do you get an erection? Does a female still, get wet? Like, I don't know, but I just was thinking about it, man. Like, and I don't want no bad karma, but I can only be honest. I don't feel bad for Jody. That's just what that bitch get. Because she put another human being in a wheelchair, set him up. The man came to kill him, shot him 7 times. Good thing poison was full of muscle in the big dude. Because he should be dead. And she is immobile, can't talk, can't say what she wants to eat. She can't nothing. I heard there's some type of thing to where now they got something where you can look at the letters and it'll pick up your eyes, and she can spell things with her eyes. They was talking about her getting that a while back. I don't know if she got it or whatever. The person that I knew that knew her, I haven't spoke to them in a couple years, so I really don't know all the ins and outs of what's been going on with her, but she reaped what she sowed. And at the end of the day, karma whooped her motherfucking ass. Karma whooped her ass, man. She lied. She had that man shot, paralyzed, crippled, in a wheelchair, paralyzed from the waist down. And a few years later, she ends up in the bed in a vegetative state, can't communicate, can't do nothing. And they're like, Jody, do you understand what I'm saying? If you do, blink your eyes twice. She blinking. Man, Jody, this is messed up. She start crying. She knows everything that's going on. Like the brain damage that she suffered messed her body up, and she still know what's going on. Can you imagine that torture? She got what she deserved, man. She got what she deserved. So it's just a cautionary tale, man. If you out here and you intentionally wronging people, you plotting on people, you setting them up, you lying on people, if you just a foul motherfucker, man, I hope you get yours. Because like Jay, when you dig a hole so deep, you know a rotten fucker, a rotten female that do the man dirty and won't let him see the kids and lying on him and hating on any new relationship he try to start. She just do dirty shit, man. And then she ends up on drugs and ruins her life. Like, karma is real, man. Karma is real, man. So I just advise everyone, man, we all gonna make mistakes and we all gonna do wrong and we all gonna piss people off and do some things that hurt other people. And when those things happen, most of the time folks genuinely be sorry. But then there are other folks that continue to continually do those things. Set people up, doing dirty shit, getting people shot, just being a slime ball, man. One day, they gonna call you a ticket and it's gonna be your turn. And I just hope you're ready to suffer or to eat what karma has prepared for you on a wonderful evening meal. Ooh, goddamn Jody, boy. Right now, somewhere in this country, he's laying in that bed with that hand like this, not moving, not talking, praying. Somebody come see me tomorrow. I hope somebody come see me tomorrow. What if she lived to be 89? She don't have no kids. She has a brother, he has one kid. And her brother, he didn't fool with her. He moved on. There ain't gonna be nobody to take care of her. Yeah, man. Jody. Well, I just wanted to drop that on y'all, man. Just a little something, man. Just a little tale, a little cautionary story, man. If you like it, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to get the notifications when I'll be dropping my next video. So, just want to say it's melee all day. Adios, motherfuckers.